Okay, we're testing it again. There he goes. I think. I don't know. It should be. Doesn't say it's working. Give it a moment. Yes, it's working now. Okay, there we go. There's a bit of an issue there, in the sense that YouTube has this weird system at play with its live streaming stuff. But now I'm gonna do this. I said I'd be doing this. I was in group chat and I said I'd do this like my next day off. My next day off isn't for a week because my job is a very funny place for funny people. But I have 2 hours before work. I was supposed to do this an hour ago, but family showed up and they won't leave, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do this anyways. So I got bored, and I thought it would be really fun, like last night, if I went ahead and I just reacted to all of my intro cards, and made this a thing. Reacting to other people's old intro cards from, years ago in the community. I just think it's really fun because I tend to watch these when I need inspiration, or when I needed inspiration for community video, for commentary intro cards. But, well, I guess I don't really have a need for inspiration anymore because, well, I don't really do that many commentaries anymore. But these are my intro cards. They aren't particularly, like, inspirational, I guess you could say. But that's what's going to make it so fun, because there's you could say a lot about these videos, or about these intros. So I'm just going to go ahead, and I'm going to check this out. Let me start with the first intro. It's actually... Wow, wow, that was fast. I remember when my intros were like 8 seconds. This was really fun. That's even louder somehow. I just turned it down. A lot of these old intros have the same format of just quick screen cap and something else, and then like the title. And in many cases, it's kind of a like, this is not the title of the video. This is because the title of this video, I think, was Roblox can't do something. I don't quite remember, because this video was 9 years old. I need you guys to understand. But I do remember that the original title was 2006 game, 2016 rant, logic, because 13-year-old me didn't really understand that, yes, you could be mad at a game that is old. Old doesn't mean, you can't say anything about it. So that is really fun to me. Why, I don't know why I never got around to changing that. Especially don't understand why the font is that way. That looks more like a Windows Movie Maker as font. But yeah, this was with VideoPad. I'm trying to remember, because I do remember I did use Movie Maker in 2016, but I think I stopped around October, September-ish, and this video came out December. Okay, hold up. What's going on with the stream? It's saying stuff about I don't know. It's not wide. It's not wide enough for me to see all the text. Stream status poor. Okay, why don't you fix that? Enough video to maintain smooth stream. What? Oh, okay. Well, it's just saying, hey, open this up and maybe we can do something. Why don't you do something about it, YouTube? Whatever the case may be. Continuing on from the third intro. So, nothing really special going on here. I like how it just keeps getting louder. I like how it just consistently keeps getting fucking louder, no matter the circumstances. There's really nothing like really special about the story behind a lot of these intros, because a lot of these intros I would do alongside the commentaries. Yeah, because like I would come up with the script, I'd start editing, and then I'd begin. How do I explain this? I'd begin the process of editing, and then I just put the intro together, because usually I put the intro and the video together separately. Sometimes the intro would actually be one of the last things I did, as I did for example, my F-ROM video. Here, it was just something I did mid-production, no different from putting in images to the commentaries, So you can definitely see that. I think it's really funny though. Also, this screen is so funny. There's Goku Black is here. You know, it's Axel, and Goku Black is here too. Like this is some, what was that? What was that? Like Winnie the Pooh crossover series, it's just something like that. Oh my god, written by Lunatic the Game and Can. I don't remember them ever writing for me. I do remember being in Can and having them check my script, but they never wrote that script. I did. I don't know why I'm crediting these losers who have nothing to do with me, but yeah, I don't think there's anything to say. I do feel a little nostalgic because like I don't remember much about this time period, but I do remember Breath of the Wild came out, and I loved Breath of the Wild back then. So it was, I forgot that I was like doing Breath of the Wild related stuff at this time. Yeah, nothing to say about that. Let's move on to, oh god. I do remember this, though. Oh, yeah. Ugh. I think this one bothers me more because in the video, Joni had an intro, and she had told me, hey, Jordan, use this, or Jordan, Luna, it's been a while since I've gone by my channel name. Luna, use this as your intro. And I just looked at that and said, no. I made my own, and it's hardly any better than hers. That's so funny to me. That's so messed up, too. I was so mean to Joni in that video. I don't know why. I was way too mean. Yeah. You never see it come back. Oh no, this is so bad. Can I skip this one? Yeah, we gotta skip this. We gotta skip this. This is so bad. This is so bad. I do remember the story. There was that, you know, it was an intro chain using Last Surprise from Persona 5, which it just dropped. And, I wanted to get in on that. This was my first time doing an intro card, like kind of in the usual style, but you know, it was my first time, so you know, of course, it was going to be a little rough around the edges. It's just that it sucks, and I can't get over it. It is funny though, you know. I always think it's very amusing seeing myself like pre-2019 at all involved with Persona related stuff because I didn't really know anything about the series back then. Series was a little bit beyond my scope back then. I did know a little bit about it. I knew it was a JRPG, and that I knew there's a guy with a long nose, and that was it. I think Last Surprise was really my first interaction with Persona as a franchise, which I think was really fun. So yeah, going back to who cares? Number 6. This is for, I forgot what video this was. Also, wait, hold up. Did that say gorilla? This is such a funny screenshot. Just Caulifla glaring and just going gorilla. Did she say that? I swear Kaba was saying that now that I think about it. But yeah, I don't even know how to feel about this. I'm purely neutral. Like this is not amazing, but it doesn't really do anything offensive. Music choices, I think, what bothers me. Music choice is really what bothers me. I get it, but it's such a bizarre music choice. Like, most commentators are like upbeat, bouncy, like loud stuff. I went with, for whatever reason, background music from DBZ Kai. And I get why, but it's like the most kind of tense, serious music. And it's not something you can, like, really get anything out of. I did try, and I do think I did a decent job for what it was. It's just so weird to me. I don't know what the logic was here. That is gotta be the most okay, like passable, like 6 out of 10 intro. It's just some characters moving on screen and stuff like that, you know? I do think the story behind me using Gladian is really funny. When me, Joni, Crimson, and Ward were scripting the Cancom, I think Joni suggested a Pokemon theme. And since I had only played Gen 7, you know, Sun and Moon, I was like, okay, well, that means I gotta use a Gen 7 character. And I think, I don't remember why my choices were between just the two rivals. because there were a lot more characters in the game, obviously, but I don't think I was that interested in picking, because like nowadays, like I would probably be like, ah crap, who do I pick? Because you got Lily, Lana, Malo, Olivia, all these characters from Gen 7 I definitely think about going with. But at the time I was only really thinking about Gladian and Hao, and Joni was like, you're not using Hao, I'm not letting you. Joni just said, you're using Gladian, you're not using Hao. And I wasn't really considering Hao, because he's a goofy little dude. I was not goofy. I was trying to be hard because I was 14. But Gladian was like a little bit too hard. Like he was in a whole different like league of edgy that I wasn't trying to lean into, but I was forced to anyways, because that's what because Joni didn't want me to use Hao, and I think that's so funny to me. But now I'm going off topic of intros. Yeah, this is like a decent, like a 6, maybe even a 5, 4 honestly, 4 out of 10 intro. That video is such a, like, oh my god. Okay, what am I gonna rate that actually? Let me rate that out of like, because I think that'd be fun. Let's rate these intros like out of 10. I think that is a probably 5-4. Honestly, it's too safe, it's too basic. But honestly, I think the video itself is more interesting, because why am I getting like the fact that I was getting onto this guy for not liking Forces before the game came out is so hilarious to me, because we all know how Forces came out. I didn't know no better, okay? Oh god, that's such. I don't even want to talk about that. Let's just go ahead. I remember this intro being loud. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Alright, so this one isn't like good, but I do kind of have a little bit of nostalgia for it. This was kind of like my last stand, I guess is the best way to put it. I was concerned about my state, or my position in the corporation of the alternative nitpickers, because for some reason I cared about being in that group chat. And I was like, okay, I need to pop off. So this intro is kind of me trying to pop off, and it's decent. It's not amazing, like a 6 out of 10 maybe, but it's not like good, I guess. Yeah, that's it. Really is like a thing that happened. So yeah, 6 out of 10. It's fine.
You'll never see it coming. You see that my mind is the best for life. I'm coming for you. My game's always the best of life.
I love this song. I honestly, I really like Persona 5 Royal, but I really hate the fact that they removed Last Surprise as the main battle theme. But anyways, like this is fine. I think honestly this is worse than the last one, because like I don't know, it's way more boring. The only difference is the moving background, but honestly it's kind of distracting. If I was to do that now, which I totally wouldn't, the background would probably be muted color wise to make sure the focus is on the actual screenshots here. They still pop because Dragon Ball's Super has like insanely vibrant colors, but yeah, I don't know. And also, it's still basically the same, just stuff. And also, when I did move PNGs or just pictures, they would be very basic. Like it's just characters moving from left to right. Because I couldn't keyframe yet. I didn't know how to keyframe until January of 2018. A good like around 6 months later. Also, firstly, I forgot about buff colors. Secondly, I swear, I thought the lyrics here in the song are "I'm coming for you," but I always thought she said "fuck you," which is really funny. I think I don't know why, but I remember because I remember Persona 5, they had just released it on, so I'd go to the store and I'd see that on shelves, and I remember it was M for mature, and nothing particularly on the cover seemed M for mature to me. So I thought maybe it's the song lyrics or something. Like, she clearly says the F word here. No, she doesn't. It's just really bad English, but it's okay. I'm getting way off topic. This is like a 5 out of 10. What's after this? Oh yeah, this one. Really like the song choice. Really like that's from that's from Mean Bean Machine. I really liked I don't think I have anything interesting to say about this intro. It's decent. Just characters moving stills. You know, that was my style back then. Nothing good, nothing special, nothing noteworthy. I don't like where I put the fonts. Like, you know, I get why I put it here, but it could be a little bigger, a little bolder. I'm using Arial. I'm using Arial, man, in 2017. It's like I might as well just be using Comic Sans at that rate. Well, nothing wrong with Arial, but like I could like maybe like stack it on top of each other, make it look bold and big. Feel like, you know, make this feel like an event. And this just feels like a slideshow presentation. I get slideshows in the name of our commentary community, but like wasn't at this point. I don't think we were really called that yet. I do remember though that this video, I made this in secret. This video is whole production, no script checking, no intro, shadow drop, which I usually used to do back then. I just released the video. That was really fun. Because it felt like I was trying to keep a really big secret, but nobody really cared about the secret, and I was making it way bigger than it actually was. So what comes after this? Oh, this one. Alright, this one already sucks. Good song choice, but it sucks. Salty Ballsy. Oh right, yeah, that's my 12th video. Yeah, this was not the intro for Ray. But I do remember this one. I remember because I think I had a choice between this and another one. Honestly, I get why I chose the song, but the intro just does not work with that. These intros are starting to stress me out. Like, these intros are starting to actually, like, stress me out because they're just so, like, it's like, it should work in a sense that they're plain and they're boring, like 5 out of 10s, but like they aren't. They're not passable in my eyes. And why do I keep formatting like them like this? Like, I get why I'm putting it like the title in the middle, but maybe I can blow it up, maybe make it a little bigger. And why is it like this off-centered to like the left or the right? Like, maybe move it in the center. If it was today, different font, blow up the title, make that like, put it like in a way where it's really big, put this, make this a little smaller, put it right underneath it. Like, I don't get why I didn't do that, but I didn't.
She's there everywhere, falls white from the sky, making things happen, of things that can happen right. Half the world wins, the other half to win her. From the storyteller that take a book to keep her. Right.
This is the intro card equivalent of just throwing things at a dartboard. I am just doing things. I do remember that this intro, because Joni was starting to like really experiment with intro cards, and I thought I need to start doing that. So that's why it's presented like this. It's trying to be kind of like her stuff. I remember she noticed that and said, "Hey, this is kind of like what I'm doing." And I was like, "Yeah, that's intentional." Personally, it's far worse though, because I clearly don't get what she does. I think that's so funny. This intro card is so ass, bro. It's not the worst one. Like, this is like what would I score this one? Maybe like I can't say like I get a 5, 4. No, not 5, 5. Yeah, 4 is too low. The early intros were 4s. This is like a 5. The early intros were like 2s actually. I don't know. All right, let's keep going. most nostalgic over, because this was back when this was back when, right? This was like right before. Okay, the Cloud Palace was officially formed in December 2017, but it really like the group that really started that, we got our roots in like October, around the time this video came out. I remember this video came from this video was kind of a weird competition between me and Joni. We were always competing against each other, kind of saying who could kind of one up each other with our videos. And I remember we were with the Sonic the Dark EX video, we had released our videos on the same day. And it looked like we were going to be doing that again this time. And there was kind of this competition, especially because back then, the attitude was whoever released their video first. If you were going to cover the same video, whoever released it first would have the most eyes on them. They would be the most relevant video of the two, or of the many, in the case of many bandwagon videos. So my attitude was, I have to get my video out first. And, oh my god, I do remember... because the night, I remember I was only a quarter of the way through that video, and then Joni was like, hey, I'm almost done. I was like, fuck. The next day I had like orchestra contest or something, and I was like, okay, all right, this is what we're gonna do. I said, I'm not gonna practice orchestra. I'm not even gonna play Splatoon. I remember saying in chat, no Splatoon for me tonight, because I love Splatoon 2. I was playing that like religiously back then. Like the moment I got home from school, Splatoon. I was like, no practice, no Splatoon, just editing. And I spent like the rest of the day up until like 2 in the morning editing. And then I got it done, released it at like 8 a.m. before I left for orchestra contest. And I even added Joni, or not really added because this was Skype. I just DM'd Joni on Skype and say, hey, look what I just did. Dude, that was so messed up. It's so crazy. Like, why, like, it's just, I get this era of, like, competitive, like, videos. We were really competitive back then. But it's just so goofy in hindsight, and I don't get it. Anyway, so I'm going to continue on. What's next? Oh, no, this is bad. This is bad. I can't even look. Oh. I can't look. It's over yet. I don't like this intro at all. No. It goes on way too long, firstly. It goes on way too long. I don't like that effect. It's also basic, but it's doing way too much at the same time. That music edit is bad. This is like a 2. This is a 2 out of 10. And it only has a 2 because the song choice is decent. Oh my god. Can you believe I made 4 versions of that intro card? Because I kept trying to correct it, and I don't think I made any improvements to it at all. That one's way better. Way better. I mean, it's not like peak, but it's like a decent like a high 6, almost a 7. I can't really in good faith give it a 7 though, because like there's no keyframing, and it does kind of hold it back, but it's fine. It gets the job done. It was definitely a huge improvement. Only issue, yeah, it really is just a keyframe. I think I kind of do enjoy that. I feel a little nostalgic for that video that, you know, never got done. Because it couldn't work without me having the ability to keyframe, so it was just I could just never get that done. But it's fine. It's fine. Let's keep going. So this one I was really starting to try. I was like, because if you look over at what Joni was doing at the time, and mind you, and let me clarify, Joni was my best friend, and I mean she still is, but especially in this era, she was my benchmark for, you know, what I need to be doing. If Joni was doing something, I felt like if I'm below this, then I am not doing good enough. I need to be like on her level at all times, because if I'm, if I'm below her, then I'm not a good commentator. So I'm looking at what she was doing, and I'm like, shit, I gotta try this out. So I'm really trying to work on my keyframing skills. You can see it all throughout the intro. Problem is I suck at it. I think one thing, I forgot who pointed this out to me, but go back. There's like a little bit of stop and start here where Tomoko moves a little bit to the right, back to the left, then she moves right off screen. That's because I didn't really understand the keyframing on video pad all that well. It was a little more complicated because you're messing around with more geometry instead of simply moving things across screen. Like with Vegas, the biggest issue is figuring out that when you're trying to keyframe right, you need to keyframe left. That's the biggest issue. With video pad, you're messing more around with timing and geometry. It's hard to explain unless I pull video pad out, which I don't have it anymore. But it was weird, and it took me some time to figure that out. But I was trying to figure out keyframing, but I still rely on just changing PNGs, changing JPEGs. That's really what I was doing with this one. I don't remember when I made this, I'm going to be honest, because I do remember the production of this video was like at most 3 days, because I released it on the 25th of December. I edited like a good 25 minutes on the 24th. So I probably made this intro on the 23rd. Oh my god, I can never do that again. Well, I say that I did make my homunculi video on the Luna channel. I made most of that within a day. Which was funny, because that was the day Trump got shot in the face. I was editing the video, I get done, and I open up my news tab, and I see, oh, Trump got shot, man. I was like, oh, really? And I was like, he survived. I'm like, aw. Anyways, yeah. I think the funnier bit about this intro is just me using Tomoko at all. Tomoko, I still like Tomoko, because Tomoko was Susie's character, and Susie was like the goat of the community at the time, so like, she was the golden girl. You didn't touch Susie. So still like her avatar was seen as this big like disservice, but I wasn't doing it to get at Susie. I was doing it to get heat off of Joni, who was doing it, which is such a weird backwards idea, but it's funny. And Susie really thought I was like, Susie really liked it, because she thought I had the best like voice suited for Tomoko if it wasn't her, which I didn't really understand, but sure. Anyways, what's after this?
Bring it back.
Oh my god, this sucks. I actually don't think I have anything of interesting to add to this. Let's give this like a 3 out of 10 and move on. When did I even make this? I think it was like very late 2017, or maybe like I actually don't even remember, because I can't fit this in the timeline. Whatever. Love the song choice. Can it be done? I love that's clever. Oh man, the story behind that video is so funny. I actually rewatched the video I was supposed to cover here. It was an update video from the Corporation of the Alternative Nitpickers group chat channel on YouTube, where Nighttide basically accused me and Jody of simply having, I forgot what it was. It was like, oh, they just can't take criticism. I'm like, no, your criticism sucks. That was what my video was going to be about. It's a really funny, nostalgic video in my opinion. Love the song choices though, and I think the editing's pretty decent. Good, that's probably like a 7 maybe. High 6, low 7 maybe.
I'm not a fan of puppeteers, but I'm nagging fear. Someone else is pulling out the strings. Something terrible is going down through the entire town, wreaking anarchy and all it brings. I can't sit idly, no, I can't move at all. I curse the name, the one behind it all. Discord, I'm rolling out the moon and sleeping in the middle of a summer afternoon. Discord, what?
It's so weird to me because like this is definitely like a product of its time. As in it sucks. But really, like, this was the first intro card where I actually am able to keyframe. I was editing this, and just midway through it, I figured it out. It all clicked with me. I was like, oh, this is how it works. And you can see I don't quite understand because things are like moving in very weird ways. Like, logically, what you'd want to do is you'd want to have these two crossing over at the same time, because that's like the most satisfying way to have it happen. But they don't. They cross over at completely different intervals. That's weird, but the reason it's like that is because I didn't really understand it quite yet. I just knew it was working. They don't cross over at the middle. They cross over kind of in this weird point, like here, and that's really weird. I think that's goofy. This is fun to me. This was supposed to be kind of cool. Like, it spins in, and then it keyframes in, keyframes out. It doesn't do that. It just kind of pops in, pops out. It's weird. It's gross. It's gay. I don't like it. A lunatic game. That's a nice name. Someone else is pulling out the strings. Something terrible is going down through the entire town, wreaking anarchy and all it brings. I can't sit idly, no, I can't move at all. I curse the name, the one behind it all. Discard, I'm running out the mood and sleeping in the middle of a summer afternoon. Discard, whatever did we do to make it take no other way? Firstly, the song kind of slaps. I see why I used it twice. I heard it and I said, okay, I need to use this like an actual commentary. But on the other hand, I actually do kind of fuck with this intro. I actually think it's not too bad. You know, not as much keyframing again, but I do think I did a pretty good job. Like, in certain areas, like, hold up, go back to the start. I like how Joni and Sweet show up. I just kind of like how they just, you know, I like how they're not like just changing for no reason. They're kind of just in their own corners. It's nothing great, but I kind of like it. I love that little Sasuke spin, the classic Sasuke spiral. And finally, I'm grateful that when I redid these, when I went back and did this compilation, I made it a point to remove what was initially here. What was initially here was a really fucked up piece of fan art made by a very fucked up person, V Omega. He did some ship art between me and Joni. We were both kids basically at the time, and it was just really weird, and I said, I'm not putting that in the video. It's too awkward of a factoid, and I'm not throwing it in. Or it would be like flashing it would be like if Hitler pulled up in my video. You know, it's weird. Don't do that. So I cut it out. It's basic, it's boring, but that's something I would have done in 2018, so it's fine. I think this is a good intro, like a good 7.5. And me taking out the what do I use to put? I say let's begin. I changed it to let's sink this ship, because people used to ship me and Joni together, which is really weird, but it's just how things were back then. It was funny, in my opinion. Don't ship people, especially when they're minors. But it was funny back then, so I'll give it a pass. Oh my god, that's such a great title. The word blaze is in disgusting words that have to do, as in not do, but do it. Like, it's a test that's due with ugly people. Absolutely, like, this is like absolute cinema right here. This is like some genuine, absolute peak cinema right here. Oh my god, that's such a great title. The word blaze is in Sorry, I was checking the audio in the live stream because I realized I never did that. Yeah, this is, I actually kind of like this one. Better keyframing. It is a little boring at points though. Great music choice. Moonlight Battlefield has always been a really good track. This does. It's basically just, oh hey, I'm changing the PNGs around, JPEGs or whatever. But the music's heating up, so it makes sense. What comes after this? Wait, where? I never finished this one. I do remember that I did not finish that. That was supposed to be for a... Did I even say what it was? Yeah, it was an unfinished, unused intro for a Dragon Ball related video. It was going to be where I went through a whole bunch of really bad Dragon Ball Super rants, and I was going to pull out all these avatars. Joni had a video where she was going to basically be covering a whole bunch of bad Pokemon videos. I was basically going to do that with Dragon Ball. And that's really the story behind it. And that's why the intro exists. What you got now? On the sky beyond. I'm sorry, I like this song. This is such a funny like situation. You had some people who had no idea about anything in this community treating Can like they were like the arbiters of this community. When Can was like on its last legs, Can would be dead within the month. Oh, this intro's not even over. This is fine. I actually think this ain't too bad. For what I was doing, like for what tools I had, I was getting better at them. I do remember not being happy with this intro, but I thought it was pretty decent. I mean, yeah, compared to what Joni was doing, it was nothing. And of course, you know, I was always comparing myself to her. She was my best friend, and she made, in my opinion, the best intros. And I still believe that. But it was unhealthy to keep comparing myself to her because what I was doing was still good. You know, maybe it wasn't what I wanted, but it was pretty good. I do think, you know, maybe I could have expanded on some of these ideas a little more. I like that. I like that a lot. That's my favorite part. But then I kind of resort back to just changing JPEGs, which was kind of a safe bet. But I like how I'm doing a little more. Like, I have one of the PNGs kind of like, or JPEGs just kind of like disappear into the background. Like, it flips, it turns, and then it disappears into the void. Siphon flies by. And then you know, he descends from the heavens like he's an angel. And then he backs in the background. You know, I have a lot of interesting ideas. I just, you know, I feel like I was starting to smarten up with this kind of stuff. Let's go. I keep changing the end. I keep changing the end screen. It goes from let us begin to let's roll to let's go. Let's go. You know, it's a little goofy in my opinion. Why don't I just tell people that I'm live streaming? I don't think they'll care, but who's adding me? Oh, it's local tournaments. Yeah, no tournament tonight 'cause spring break. By the way, I'm live streaming for no good reason. Actually, why don't I like link the stream? Why don't I link the stream? I was gonna, because I don't expect anybody to care. But who knows? Maybe somebody might care. I'm not expecting people to, because, you know. Is this... Actually, that's a great question, because I'm sharing it, but it says, oh, it's upcoming. Is it not happening, or is it happening? No, it's happening. It says it right here on my channel. It's happening. I'm going to watch my own live stream. Watch this. Actually, that's a great question, because I'm sharing it, but it's... See, I got one viewer, and it's me. Damn, man. Man, my audience hates me. Why am I telling myself that I saw it? It's rude. Why would you do that to yourself? Anyways. I've gotten... I don't know how much of this I have in me. Anyways, I'm gonna quickly get back to this because I don't want to like try to get people in here or anything like that. I've got some stuff to do right now, as in reacting to more videos. Which one is? Oh yeah, this is Perfection. Oh my god, Perfection. The backstory behind this intro card is so bizarre. Because again, I've been bringing up Joni quite a bit. And that's because, again, she was my biggest inspiration in terms of how I wanted to do intro cards. And I'm starting to go, I need to really do things like her. So what is my strategy? I'm like, okay, I can't match her in video in terms of, what's happening in the video. So how about instead, I went to her favorites playlist, and I took like a random song that was in there and used it. Joanie really loves this intro. I remember her telling me she does, because it's, this is a song she really likes. And I think this is so funny in hindsight, because I've never really liked this song that much. It's why I never bothered to go and look for the song name here, because me and Jody have like opposite music tastes. There's a reason in all of these old intros I'm using exclusively video game OSTs. That's because at the time I didn't really listen to music. I listened to video game OST and not really music. So this is just such a bizarre situation where I kind of miss the forest for the trees here. Otherwise, visuals are decent. They're decent. I don't remember. I think because this is the first video where I tried to use Lunatic in any fashion. He was going to be black and white to indicate that he was from the past, which is a weird element to his character I never really went into. Otherwise, this is fine. A little messy, I think. Like, I have Lunatic in the background. I feel like I could have done a little better with them crossing over each other here. Backgrounds, I get why I put it here. It's just, it makes this a little bit messy. I should have black and whited the background too, or maybe blurred it or something. It's fine. It's just a little bit messy in my opinion. But this is stuff I wouldn't be thinking about. God, Perfection, I keep forgetting this guy exists. And when I do, I get a little weird. Like, I don't even want to talk about him, honestly. I just think the fact that he PNG'd he put a PNG of the fucking World Heavyweight Championship, which had been defunct for like a good because this was 2018, right? So in 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 5 years at that point. It had been defunct. Nobody was using that thing no more. It's really, I don't even, if I start talking about Perfection, we're going to be here all day. So I'm not even going to start. But, God, now my brain is in like a haze, a brain fog, if you may. Okay, let's move on. It's not even a bad intro. It's a good, like, low 7 out of 10. What's... Weird music choice. I think this is Splatoon. It's fine. It's fine, but like I could have definitely done a little more with it. But it's also the song choice. Splatoon's got some great music, but like I don't think the single player mode, which is where that song comes from, has any particularly standout, even good tracks. I mean, there's the penis music one. That's a good one. Like how does it go? It's like it's just a bunch of sound effects. That's peak. But I don't get why I chose that song. But also, it's just kind of a boring intro card, so like a 6 out of 10. Okay, this is cinema. It's nothing amazing. I just kind of think it's peak. I love the little transition between the fire. Hold on, go back. Can I catch that? Firstly, the JPEG changing was a lot smarter this time. I transitioned them into each other instead of just changing them. It makes it feel more grand, more big even. Yes, I know that doesn't make any sense. This is a little weird, but I like the idea. But seriously, that transition was pun not really intended until I thought about it, but kind of fire, not gonna lie. I kind of like that transition. Let's see that again. You could even say I cooked with that. This is unintentional, I swear. But yeah, I kind of like that. That's a high 7 even. Like also the song choice. I Can't Beat Airman. That's a absolutely banger song right there. Very smart choice. If a little unrelated. What comes after this? Oh, nah. I'm taking off my headphones for this. Oh, everything about this sucks. Oh, man. Firstly, just the song choice. Like Dragon Quest has some, banger music, but the MIDI version of the 11 Battlefield, I get Dragon Quest 11 had just dropped, and I don't think there was a symphonic version yet. But come on, man. I could have even used the Dragon Quest 9 battle theme or something. The reason I chose this was because I think I had kind of been avoiding Dragon Quest 11 because it had just come out, and then out of nowhere they released footage for the English version because they hadn't released the English Dragon Quest. Because us Dragon Quest fans, we always have to suffer. They waited a good year and a couple months to release it in English, and I remember when they did, they had all this promotion. Showed off gameplay. It was the first time I heard the battle theme, and I fell in love. I really loved the battle theme, and I still do think the battle theme is really good. I just don't think the MIDI version is that good, and it's not really that good upon repeated listenings. And I also think the keyframing's a little boring. Could have done a little more with that. It's just boring. Music's not a really good choice. Very unfitting. Good 5, maybe a 6 if I'm being generous, but yeah. Those are those fucking horns. Wait. Like, it sounds so bad. Alright, come on, let's go. This is the most, that just happened, as intro skit or intro card I've ever made. It just kind of happens, and you can't even really process it. I don't think there's a single thing I like about this intro. I do kind of like the little Vegeta opening, because, the serious gamer, the person we were covering, is Vegeta. And then serious gamer versus, but that makes it sound like he's the person making the video. That makes it sound like he's the one who's making the video. I don't like how... Firstly, they cross over here. We cross over here. Me and Pre-Lunatic, we cross over here. I don't like how the text crosses over. That's a little weird. It just doesn't look that good. I'm using this as a weird transition. It's basically just the JPEG switching that I kept doing in the past. But now there's a transition, so it's good now. It doesn't really work. It's weird. This is probably 5 out of 10, honestly. 5 out of 10, yeah. 5. Nostalgic song choice. I do remember this was around the time I'd been getting into Naruto, and the third opening, I remember, had the third opening. Yeah, I was in the tuning exam, so that was the opening at that point in time. And you could definitely see the inspiration. Hold up, go back. This is just straight up me trying to recreate the third intro. My favorite part of the third intro is the moment you have, on one end, you'd have the Jonin leaders of the children's squads on in the corner, and then you'd have a black and white clip of their students. I thought that was cool, and I tried to recreate that, but honestly, all I needed to do was get footage of the characters and put them here. I don't know why I didn't think about doing that, because what this is ugly. They're not in black and white. They are deep fried or something like that. Somebody has to stop me from using this PA fan art, for real. This isn't everything. The fan artist is gonna sue me someday. Why didn't you credit me in 2018, man? They're gonna ask me. This is 6. I mean, it's better than the last one, but by half a margin.
You never see it come back. You see that my mind is the best for
It's good for what it is. It's just boring, honestly. It's fine. I do like the little anime zoom in effect. It makes this a little more interesting, but it's boring, personally. That's its biggest sin. It's boring. Okay, this is kind of fire. Fire? Yeah, I gotta cook with this. I do remember that I don't think I ever really got far into scripting this video, so I don't know why I made this intro card, but I do kind of like how I handled a lot of my usual tropes here. Like, I like to just have characters, like, slide on the screen and then stop. But then this time, I have another character kind of pull out from the back. That's neat. Then I have the JPEG switching, and then I flip it to be somebody else. That's kind of neat. And I finally got to a point where I could figure out how to have the characters, like sliding by each other in that cool anime way. But personally, like, I think I'm honestly, like, in this position where I'm like, why did I even try to do this? This was like dropping between two fucking fat 30-year-olds. And here's a 15-year-old in the middle, like, stop fighting! Oh god. This sucks. Oh, get this out of here. Get this out of here. Shoot, get this out of here. This sucks, man. Go on. This is so funny. Like, why is it off center? Like, put this down a little bit, make it a little bigger. I would stack go on and the ellipses on top of each other personally. But also, like, oh my god, so much about this is just not good. I think it also hurts because there's like a direct comparison because this is an intro chain. This is an intro chain. Why did I use this as? That's a great question. Why did I use this as the as like the standard for like the video? This is so weird. Because I use Futaba a lot. Joni was trying to use Futaba back then. Same also goes for Makoto, actually. Me and Joni, I steal a lot of Joni's avatars, it feels like. Yeah, you got a direct comparison, because this is a chain where I was also, where, like, right before this, you have Joni's video. And Joni's was a lot better. I do like the music choice. I do like the title of the video. It's very, very tongue-in-cheek. Very tongue-in-cheek. The most kind of like, like, don't you get it? Don't you get it? Like, because, you know, I'm covering Toganium, who at the time was known as Lucas C. And the song name is called Don't You See. Like, it's the most tongue-in-cheek, like, firebolt PT-ass pun you could ever make. It's so damn corny, bro. But I kind of fuck with it. Trying to go back to what, because I'm getting distracted again. Oh yeah. I was like, who's this one viewer? That's me. Get out of here. Oh God, I'm distracted again. Yeah, if I had to give some of my issues, it's more down to like the ending. I don't like how it clips into place. It's a little rough. I don't like how... So, you know, in the previous sections, you know, it's backgrounds moving one direction, characters moving in the opposite. Dwebly comes in on this side, or Toganium, and then moves back to this side. That is so annoying looking. Like, I don't like that. And I also don't like how I'm using this fancy font for most of the video, then I swiftly switch to this font, this robotic one. It's very noticeable, very awkward. I don't like that. We are fighting I love that transition though. That transition between, because you know in the original it's just go mine right here, right now, and then they hit you with the bam like after a couple, you know, them shouting that for a while. That transition was peak. Very rough around the edges. Definitely could have done a little better with the text, because you can tell this is going faster than this. I would have started with Lunatic the Game being below the mouth, and then putting, you know, this below that, maybe shrinking it too, and then putting it like all the way over here. I think that would have looked good. But I like the idea. I just wasn't cooking all the way. I do remember a certain fellow, I don't know if they're going to be okay if I mention them, Fyro, had redone the intro for me. So when you actually watch the video, this intro isn't in it. Because Fyro remade it for me. They were like, hey, you can do a little better than this, so let me make one for you. I saw that as a very nice gesture. Now it seems a little bit like an insult, like, wow, this sucks, let me redo it for you. But I only think that way because Key offered a similar thing to me for a later intro. Anyways, moving aside.
Funny how time flies, out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, right. Once again, back it's the incredible, subliminal, the incredible, and I ain't never gonna change. Come on. Don't think you know what the hell I'm all about. This, okay.
I forgot about that. Also, fuck V Omega.
This, okay, chaps. Let's take it from the top.
I kind of fuck with this intro, but I think it's so funny to me because the reason for this is because V was probably the biggest critic of our video on Pink Robot, and while I think there's nothing wrong with being a critic and saying, hey, I have some issues with this video, V was a complete dick about it. He was not really like, hey, I just think there's some issues. He made this way bigger than it actually was. I don't want to go into all the details. He was just being a piece of shit about it. He didn't like this intro, but he had no good reasons to not like it because he never really argued about the intro. He just said it's not like, oh, it's, you know, oh, this. Like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, you know, how dare you criticize me? It's more just the way he went about it was really bad. Otherwise, so I think this intro was really good. I think the biggest issue is more with the music and how I'm clearly trying to piece it together in this very zombie-like way that kind of doesn't make the song work as well as it would have otherwise.
Out of mind. Yeah, right.
Also, I don't get why I called her Sunpan instead of saying Aspan, because when
Once again, back it's the incredible,
Slayer comes in,
subliminal, the
it's as Chino Kafu. But when Pan shows up, it's Lunatic the Game Sun Pan. It's not Lunatic the Game as Pan. Initially it was as Pan, and then I changed it to Sun Pan, and I never changed it back.
incredible, and I ain't never gonna change. Come on. Don't think you know what the hell I'm all
about. Personally, I would have changed Pink Robot to be like, Pink Robot's name would be on the bottom. It would be Target Pink Robot, not Pink Robot Target.
Okay.
Oh god. Fun fact, this was the original thumbnail of the video. This was initially what the thumbnail was going to be. I changed it right before I released it. Oh god, this video as a concept is so fucking goofy. I think the reason we initially went with this was because initially it was a try-op between me, Slayer, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say Ash's name. Not because I don't, you know, nothing between us. It's just you know, some people in the community don't want to be associated anymore. But, you know, it's just a little fun fact. This was a tryout between me, Slayer, Ash, formerly known as Icy. And later, you know, they left, and it just left me and Slayer. And, yeah, I do think it was funny that I was like, you know what, I have no knowledge of what this lolly stuff is, so I'm just going to use Pan, who just kind of fits in that category, kind of unintentionally. Personally, it's a product of its time, because you know how I feel about that kind of stuff. I don't like to make jokes with that kind of stuff. It's like playing with fire. But in our defense, we were teenagers, so we didn't know any better. This is fine. Like a high 7, personally.
Let's take it from the top.
Go. Oh, I fucking love this song. goes crazy. I'm surprised it took me so long to use the Yu Yu Hakusho like song in my videos. Cause you know I use some Naruto openings, but Yu Yu Hakusho, I loved Yu Yu Hakusho back then. That was like when I really became an anime fan. So yeah, it took me a while to get around to using them. Honestly, this intro is so nostalgic to me. Like if I need an intro to kind of just explain 2018, this is the one I'm gonna pick. Like this is just perfectly encapsulates that time period for me. Oh man, I think the funniest thing is me using Rukia, because back then I was like, because the video is called Rukia is best girl. You know, you guys are just mean. Because people used to clown on me in Cloud Palace for saying Rukia was best girl. Really, they did it as a way to just have an excuse to clown on me. But in my personal opinion, right? In my personal opinion, I deserve the clowning more because Rukia is a genuinely beautiful woman. But Bleach has so many beautiful women that she kind of gets lost in the crowd. She gets clowned on by Rangiku, Yoroichi, Bambietta, Unohana. Crap. There's more. How do you say her name? Tia Harrible. She's the Rankar girl with the I was supposed to say the hole in the chest. She has the underboob in the manga. So many damn beautiful women in Bleach that Rukia kind of doesn't have. She can't even match up. I'm not gonna say Urahime because she is a minor, but like, I definitely could have said Urahime back then. So if I was smarter, I would have understood that Bleach was like beautiful. You know, in the words of that one guy who made that Sonic Girl video, hot chick heaven. So I don't get why I was simping over Rukia when there's even more beautiful women out there. Like, open your eyes, Cat. I guess that was my type back then. I did seem to lean more towards, you know, flat, shorter girls. Not the children, of course. Definitely not. I mean, like, you know, Tatsumaki, Frieren, Rukia kind of characters. Gotta clarify, because there's a difference. It does raise the question of how technically how old is Rukia? You know, she does go to Ichigo's school, but she probably is an adult, I suppose. Whatever. It doesn't matter because I was 15 back then. That is probably the most bizarre voice for an intro song ever. Like it's from Dragon Ball Z. It's like a song from Dragon Ball Z. I don't even know what to say. Like give that like a 6, honestly. Like honestly, it deserves a 7 just for the effort I put in to make it work. But why did I bother? Honestly. That was actually my last video pad intro. Everything up to this point was video pad. Everything after is Vegas. I think that's really neat. I think this intro is just me doing my usual shindig, doing everything I usually did for my video pad intros, and realizing it doesn't work on Vegas. Every little thing I used to do that is like a safe bet went possibly wrong. I'm thinking, okay, how about I have this happen? Okay, well, here's the first problem. You mess with the pictures a little, and I didn't know that you could just kind of resize them to be kind of in perfect ratio. I didn't know that, so Nico's flat as hell. Flatter than usual, in fact. Why, like, it's not timed well, because I didn't quite understand the timing aspect of it. Like, I should have had them all coincide with each other, but they don't. Instead of the usual spinning, that usually would be much faster, here it's slow, and it seems to linger more than it usually would. Me and Pri on the higher layer. I didn't understand the layers aspect, even though I usually do, because VideoPad had the same thing. I don't know why I didn't get that. And also, this should be a little lower. This should be a little lower. Also, weird aspect rate. Weird ratio. I think this one was so bad. Key was like, I want to make a new intro for this for you. And I think, yeah, that was bad. I feel so humiliated rewatching this intro because I'm looking back on because I remember when I put this in Cloud Palace chat. Niggas were like, whoa. They were like, this is crazy. Like, this is like, they were like, I think Zelf was like, claps. Because the bar for me was so low that when the bar was raised a little, they were like, shoot, okay. Little Tick can cook a little. Nobody thought I'd cook with an intro card. Because I couldn't cook. And I didn't even cook. I made like a peanut... I'm used to burning toast. And I made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And they were like, okay, alright, calm down, man. Because the bar was so low. And I think that's so amusing to me. It's a decent, like, low 7. Mid 7, honestly. Yeah, mid 7. Can we get out of this time period? These red shows are so rough and boring, personally.
I do what I like, just what I like, and how I love it.
Sorry, I'm sorry, this Sasuke picture gets me. Why is he standing there like that? I was like, the music doesn't help. Perfect, just the perfect song along with, like, you have Sasuke Uchiha, the man hunting down his brother to avenge his clan and the murder of his family. And the music's all like, you know, it's from SpongeBob. It's fucking living in the sunshine.
I do what I like, just what I like, and how I love it. I'm right here to say what I want to say. I'll
This is honestly very fitting Master TP music.
living in the sunlight,
TP, I love you. This music
having
fits
a
you.
wonderful time.
I mean that very positively. Like, I feel like this is a TP kind of song. Well, it's fine. It's definitely rough around the edges. Could be a lot better. Actually, hold up. Johnny, I love you like a sister. Get away from my man. Get away from Astolfo. He's mine. I think it's so funny that Astolfo was like her, like she was like the Astolfo stan then, and then 2 years later, I was the Astolfo stan. Like I took her identity in that regard. This also happened with Felix too. Now that I think about it, she was using Felix back then, and then I took Felix like the year after. I love that transition. It goes from he's singing to just, whoa, like he's reacting in surprise. I do think I did a pretty good job doing a little bit more interesting stuff with this. I like the little, hold up. I like that. Hold up. I like this. I also like this. I think this is kind of neat. I just like this character. Who's that? Karma. Karma being in the black, and then this. I think I could have done something a little more interesting with that, but it's fine. It's fine. I think that's fan art because I do not remember her bust size being that big. Maybe I'm not allowed to comment on that because I think she's like 14. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but it does. It did give away to the fact that it's fan art. Cause no way would in Yu-Gi-Oh would she wear something like that? I'm pretty sure. That's not rough around the edges. That's just edge. That's just edge. All edge. I love this. Script checkers. Nobody. Weeb Spider-Man. I remember with Nico and fighting like her for her honor. Honestly, I was in the trenches back then because like, I think especially because Susie didn't like Nico, so nobody liked Nico. I was like the biggest Nico defender. I still am. Nico honestly still is my favorite Love Live character. Like I'm not like a Nico stan anymore, but I do think she is the best of the Love Live girls. I like that. I just love the Spider-Man, and then you just have that fading image of Nico with the fucking gauntlet. Spider-Man. What's Nico gonna do with the gauntlet? He's just gonna eliminate half of all idols? I think personally the worst part of this intro has always been the background, because the background, if you can't tell, is cropped hentai. I don't know why I had that, but I did. I did reuse the intro though, because I liked it a lot, and I thought it needed to be reused. It's really not that good though, so I didn't need to reuse it. Change the background here. Maybe the GIF could have been a little better, but it's fine. What even is this title? Brackets will give you Ligma? Why do the brackets give you Ligma? What is Ligma? You know what Ligma is. Don't answer that. Oh my god, this is such a time capsule here. Fortnite was really becoming big at this point, and Susie suggested that somebody use the Fortnite default dance as an intro, and I said, I got you. I was like, I got you. Locked out. Because I was covering Key, so I get locked out. Isn't that funny? My Keyblade Master, like, titles, like, anytime I covered him, like, what was it? This video was bad, low-key. Locked out. I actually, on the subject of this vid is bad, low-key, I do think the funniest and most clever part of that is that the post part of that video is actually, like, how do I explain this? Anytime I did a post point, it actually, I would use Ryuko, and the background was this, as kind of a reference to this video. I think that is really cute. But anyways. Yeah, this is honestly, I think, the first actually, like, good intro. It's like a high 7, but it's decent. I like how Tiffy's going all over the place, and I like this. This actually is not in the original release because I messed up, and I don't know how to explain it, but something happened to the files, and I had to redo bits and pieces of the intro, which included the text. I couldn't recreate this effect, and you can actually see, because I did render it just to test it out, and then I lost. That something happened to the files. Whatever happened, I don't know how to explain it. Just point is, there's like a frame where you can see the text change because it's switching from the version I did before I lost the files to after I lost the files. Yeah, this is a fine intro. Pretty decent, like high 7. I got nothing else to say. I don't like how the text is this low, but that was a mistake of. That was a mistake of my TV at the time, making me assume that was just an issue with the TV, not the editing itself. Honestly, my biggest issue is just the fan art. I wouldn't use that fan art today. I was thinking, what would I do in this segment? Because the reason I chose this was because this is... I like the little bit at the end where the music goes all soft and calm. Like, let me replay that. It reminded me of I Don't Want It the movie, and how at the end of that, like, they had a similar segment at the end of the intro card, and they kind of faded out the background and everything, and then the last thing you see is like this little picture everybody in the video, which is actually the thumbnail, the original thumbnail of the video. I wanted to reference that with this. And the reason I picked this image is because it has Nico and Yohane, the two characters me and Tippy were using. At least I get to praise your good editing. Well, not for long, Joni, because I have work in like an hour. Because you're like an hour late. I have work in an hour. So I'm probably gonna like stop once I get to a certain point before I hit 2019 intros. But still, yeah, this is a fine intro. I just don't like there's some editing mistakes. I don't like the fan art. I'm very much proud of Despacito, because Tippy hated Despacito, and I think it's very funny getting to mess. It was funny getting to mess with them with that. Yeah, be mad. You should. But yeah, you missed like all the terrible intros at the very least. We're getting to like the better stuff now. But we're not gonna be here for long. But yeah, this is fine intro, like a high 7 out of 10, honestly. It's not bad. Definitely not. It's definitely like I think when I started to really hit my stride making intros. So yeah, what comes after this? I love this song. Despacito with Snow Halation. It's, again, so perfect. Despacito. Tippy hates Despacito. Snow Halation. It's love life. You know, it was perfect. I'm cooked. I cooked. This intro, the creation of this intro is so good. Because basically, I was in this group called the Dynasty of Idiotic Eccentrics. We were having this video plan, and I just, on like complete random, decided, hey, let me make an intro for this. I do remember that all of our intro or character choices were just, let's pick the stupidest characters we could possibly pick. Stag picked Laura Croft because of the association with Nihilistic Snake. Megatron or Degenerate picked this character because I think Stormtroopers are stupid. I don't know why Mav picked whoever this is. I picked Tomoko because of the accusations of being I was accused of being a Susie suck up essentially, which was not true, but I liked playing into that. You know, it was better than in 2017 nobody talking about me all the time. But this is fun. It's a decent intro. Still a little rough. Like you can see here that the ratio of the text is changing. It's morphing in real time. And I also don't. I kind of just feel I was a little too sick. You know, it's just characters pulling up on screen. I'm trying. It's kind of safe. I'm trying. So like it's a high side. I still think the ticket. So let's look at it. We've already seen enough of this. It's okay. It's fine. We can talk about this. It's decent. Passable. It's acceptable. I think it's actually 31. Yeah. Quiet as fuck. Turn this shit up, Charles. This is fine. This is like an 8 out of 10 maybe. Low 8, but I kind of like some bits of it. I like, where's the Can anime intros? I didn't put them in here. I'm sorry, Joni. We're past that phase. We're long since past the Can days. Since this was my 2-year commentary special, good lord, where does the time go? Because this was 7 years ago. I have all my old intros passing by. But this is really what kills me. Why did I put this here? I get that this was like politics funny because I didn't really care about politics then, but I care about politics now, and I very much feel certain things towards the man Ryuko seems to be repping. I feel a couple very mean things, so it's just a little like the fact that this is on my resume hurts my pride. I will say that back then, I don't think I minded as much because my politics leaned a little more in the middle. I was very much a little more, because I didn't really have political opinions because my parents never talked to me about politics. I didn't really understand politics that well, so I had very moderate opinions overall. But I gradually moved left as I got older. So it just bothers me. It boggles my mind. Why did I put this here? Anyways, this part I like this, but it does bother me because I there's an intro. I think it's because Joni's in chat, so she can confirm. But she had an intro. I think it was the one she did on Bop, where she did this exact setup of the characters popping in all over the screen with the name in the middle. That was jacked straight from her. That is all her. I took that directly from her. And I'm pretty sure it was the Bop intro. I could check right now, but I don't got time. Honestly, I should... We don't talk about that. We don't talk about me hating on the feminists, man. The feminists that ain't done nothing, and I was hating. I was hating on the feminists, and they ain't even done nothing to me. Honestly, I think honestly, no. That doesn't even count. Me getting mad at, like, weirdos on Twitter doesn't count as me hating on feminists. Because the feminists ain't done nothing. I love feminists, honestly. Go girls. Y'all got that shit. Let feminists get behind me. I will defend y'all. It's just the weird Twitter weirdos who kind of use the feminist card and kind of like then hate on everything. Like they were hating on femboys. What has the femboys done? Feminists and femboys, y'all get behind me. I'll protect y'all. Anyways, rest of this intro, it's fine. High 8 out of 10 or low 8 out of 10. It's fine. It's decent. I got nothing else to say about it.
いつかきっと僕は手にすんだ儚き胸にそっと光燃えてゆけ強く強く輝いて
Honestly, I have nothing really interesting to add to this intro. It's I'd say a high 8 maybe, low 7 maybe. I don't think there's really anything wrong with this one. Honestly, I got nothing interesting to add to this one. This was in my Naruto opening phase, like really through, I think, for much of 2018 to early 2019. I was using Naruto openings a lot. And I actually had this goal of trying to use every single Naruto opening I could. Like, I wanted to use every single one, and there's like 28, I think. 28, because there's 20 from Shippuden, 29. So, yeah. I didn't use all of them, but I did use a quarter, I think. That's, I think, the funniest detail of this. Just this was in my Naruto opening phase. Wait, when did Cuspy collab? Fun fact, we actually did do the Cloudcom together, canceled Cloudcom on Kagamine's channel, but I think it's taken down because Kagamine, I don't know if her channel's still up because of what she did. Man, we're gonna be. There's a lot of criminals in this video, honestly. Obviously, the funniest part of this video is what I think like the only thing I could say, I don't like the bouncing effect. I didn't quite understand the way that worked. It looks a little weird. I also think it's funny. It's verse this. It's not verse. It's just verse this. So yeah, I feel like it is fine. Low 7, high 8. I'm sorry. I lose myself listening to this because I don't really like idol music, but this one is. I love this song, and I will say this is probably a high 8. This is probably like I think this is when I went from pretty good intros. Like after the Tippy one, I go from pretty good. I'm getting better, but now I think I'm actually getting good. But I think really the story around this intro is funnier, is better, like is more interesting than the intro itself. But I will say there are some issues. I don't like how if it was up to me. Notice how Nico, she kind of pomps in. She doesn't. I would probably have her like I don't know how to explain it actually, but she'd probably like I'd have her like how do I explain it? I'd have her like fall in like a window washer, a window wiper, a clean window, you know, like the things on your like on your fucking car. I guess I'd have her. It feels like she just kind of drops by, and I don't like that. I think it looks a little iffy, but that's just me nitpicking. Otherwise, I think I kind of cooked. I kind of cooked. I have to acknowledge that I did cook because I felt I cooked so hard. I ended up publicizing the intro before the video came out. Something that is single-handedly responsible for kicking off the drama between me and my subject of the video. Where is he? Where's my man? Where's my man? Database. There he is. Yeah, that actually is the fact that I publicized that intro caused beef between us because he didn't think I'd cover him, even though he gave me permission to. He was kind of, I guess, trying to reverse psychology me, and it almost worked, but I accidentally cooked up a good intro card. Oh yeah, fuck, I didn't even notice Sour. Oh my god, yeah, Sour. I never really did anything with her, and honestly, reading back on the scripts from this era, I don't think I would have done too much with her, but the idea was I wanted to iterate upon Sugar and Sweet, who were Susie and Joni's characters, who were very nice, and I wanted Sour, who was kind of mean. She was gonna be both a little... Oh, my fucking alarm. I wasn't supposed to wake up early today. I usually set an alarm for 3 because I have work at 4, which means I have a couple minutes to wrap this up. But yeah, Sour, she's kind of meant to be kind of this both nice and kind of mean character. Never really got to do much with her, I think, from the scripts, which really her only involvement would have been this video. I don't think she would have been really worthwhile. I could revisit this concept in the future, but I don't really have time to do commentaries anymore, so it's probably not going to happen. Also, the meme is dead. Nobody does these characters anymore. I miss the old OSCC. What happened to Sweet, Sugar, and Sour type characters? We only really had 2. We needed more. We needed more. 4th grade idol. That's a peak. I love that. Really? That's crazy. I definitely say that for as simple as this is definitely a high, not high, kind of a, I wouldn't say low, just an 8, just a flat 8. It's good. I do think maybe this is just more because of the time period. This intro uses the second opening of 99 Hunter x Hunter because I was in a bad mood. I just finished Hunter x Hunter. But yeah, basically because of the you know, I went from happy music for Database to angry music for Database because the drama. Yeah, I had changed because actually the funny thing with this, Joni, is that the whole video, like the entire, I changed not just the intro but the script too. Like the entire tone of the video was changed. It went from a tryout between me, Sour, and Pre-Lunatic to just me, and I went from kind of taking the piss out of Database but also myself. Wow, the music's mid, bad taste. That's the only thing we don't agree with. You got bad taste in music, Joni. I'm just kidding. I was talking about this earlier, actually, that we have opposite tastes in music, but I wouldn't say you have bad taste, Joni. But the thing is just that the entire... I went from kind of making fun of just the whole situation between me and Database to actually being legit angry with them. And you can see that in the tone of the intro and really the script too. I really, if I could ever get around to my Canceled Commentaries project, I'd love to discuss this in more detail. Because like, oh my god, man, I was reading over that script. I am such a dick to him. Like, I straight up basically tell him you're worthless and you should leave. You should. I almost told this man to die, basically. I didn't tell him that for real. But I was pissed, man. And it's funny. It's hindsight. I really should not have let that get to me. But it's such a funny situation. Data-based. Might have been, honestly. Might have been. Bad comment. But I do kind of like this. I like this. This is kind of... Why is it... I gotta hurt. I think at 350. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that Thursday. Maybe tomorrow, but more likely next Thursday, because it's my next day off. Walmart's fucking me over. They're making me work every day this week.
Hi, sorry
Aw,
to
this
disturb
is
you this late in the night.
Pete.
I have a serious inquiry directed towards your response video. My question is, what the fuck are you doing? Damn fucking toast! This ain't a fucking game pitch. I wanna make some content. Mostly F8 vids. I wanna see subscribers, not fucking 8 shit. Return my subscribers. Or you down, get it, bitch. Doodle cunt. Can't you see? You hate a channel.
The story behind
That's
this is so
funny.
funny. I remember legit when we were scripting that video on whoever the fuck this was. We noticed that he had made a diss track on Susie. And I said to Cuspy, I said to Kagamine, I said to Slayer, we gotta make this our intro card song. And Cuspy was like, no, we are not. I said, look, it's perfect. And she was like, it's not. We're not using that as an intro card song. I was like, come on. I remember my computer was broken. I got it fixed. First thing I did was make that intro. Proof of concept. And whole Cloud Palace chat was like, oh shit. Lunatic kind of cooked. I remember the whole chat came in to say, okay, all right, Lunatic kind of won this argument. You know, I remember actually, because we actually got into a bit of discussion. And I was saying that, oh, you know, I think the big difference between me and Joni is that her interests are far more creative. And Susie was like, huh? You used the diss track you used somebody's diss track on me in this video. Like, what do you mean you're not creative? Song choice, yeah, it's creative, but I think visually it's, you know, it could be, like, I do like it. You know, it could be a little more interesting, but I did the most of what I had, so I'm not gonna say, like, oh, it could be better. It's fine.
Or you
Like,
down,
I
get it, bitch.
but, you know, it's not as creative, but I do like it. I think it's just funny for what it is, and I'm proud of
That's run
that.
by me.
Anyways, I think
He says, son, can you play me?
already mid seven.
I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes.
Yeah, I remember this one very well because I was not in a good place when I made this intro, so it's not really amazing. I don't want to go too deep into the, or I don't know if I can go into the. Oh, I can mention at least that there was like all that drama with the Cam Project video, and that kind of made me feel a little down. There was some beef between me and Slayer that made me feel down, so I just didn't have the energy to make a really good intro card here. It does work with the song, it could be a little better. I'll hold on. Well, yeah, because here's the thing, Joni. I listen to random music, honestly. At the time, I didn't really have taste. I listened to anything and everything, which was mostly video game music. Which actually explains why my taste in music, now that I actually do listen to music, is so all over the place. I'll go between rap, rock, jazz, and all that stuff. Oh, the blur effect, yeah. I think Joni had started doing some blur effects, and I was like, oh, I gotta do that. Because if Joni was doing something, I was like, let me do that too. Because I said it earlier, Joni, you were my bar. If I felt like if you were doing something, that was what I needed to be doing. Because I felt like if I'm not doing that, then I'm trash. Like, I gotta be on that level, or else I'm not doing enough. But I remember Joni saying when I released this intro that, like, oh man, you surpassed me. No, I did not. Absolutely not. When I do my reactions to Joni, you're gonna understand that I did not surpass you. And that's fine. I'm not in a position where I feel like I need to, or even be on the level. But this is a good intro. Good intro, especially for its time. I was definitely going, what have I not done with intros? And I said, hey, I haven't done a lot of, you know, I have Nico move into the camera, like move closer. I didn't really do that. Well, always, Joni, you gotta rewatch. You gotta watch this video and just see some of my old shit. I was never better than you at all. Maybe some of my earlier stuff, but like pretty much everything after like late 2017 onwards was much better on your end. Which is, again, I am not here to go. You know, I'm not here to fight about this. I just think, you know, I don't even know where to go with this. Whatever. Point is, I was just trying to do some different things. I noticed that Joni was doing a lot of, hey, let me have the characters move towards the screen. I thought, let me try that out. And so you're seeing me experiment, and I do like that. But I don't really like this intro as much. It's more of a lower setting. There are some bits I like. I like the music. Love it. But it's I just kind of prefer this one a lot more.
We all trumpet our ways of relationships. Life goes on with or without you. I swim in the sea of the unconscious. I search for your heart, pursue my true self.
I'm not a better editor than you, by the way. But point is, honestly, you could just tell the Persona brain rot just took me over, like, all at once. But I love this intro because of how creative, just how many little cool things I do. Like, I'm just doing so many interesting things. Like, it starts out with, like, the little characters crossing each other. I love doing that. I think it's really fun. It looks cool. And I love having, I'd probably put this maybe middle 8. I mean, it's definitely could be a little more interesting, but I like what I did. I don't like how fucking blurry Guro is. It's crazy. Blurry ass motherfucker. I wonder if he looks like that in real life. I love how, you know, let me go back real quick. Characters slide across. Characters come back into view. I think that's cool. No, Joni, shut up. Shut up, Joni. Don't even dare say that. I love how Joni's bouncing across the screen. Then you have the 3D. I just think I did a lot of really cute things. I love this. I love that a lot. And I love how I have the angry Chie for that. The rushing intro is kind of basic. Pretty standard stuff. Initially, actually, for when Chie was going to pop up, I was going to use this PNG, or there's this GIF from the Persona fighting game of Chie, like, spinning, and I was going to use that, but it kept breaking Vegas. So it would have fit a lot better. This moment. Everything about this is kind of peak. This is what I figured. I think because I remember earlier I was complaining about how my text was really tiny at the end. Your old Neko obsession called that Persona. Get out of here. Man, I'm timing you out for 10 years, Joni. Don't you dare come at me with that shit. Oh my god. I wasn't even obsessed with Nekos. You force people to send me Neko images on my birthday. Yeah, I think this is good. Firstly, the music choice. I love Mayona Kaio Orchestra. Great track. That's Shippuden ending 15? I think it's 16 actually. I love a lot of, front, what do you even call it? Like front and back movement, I guess? You know, like, for example, I have Kiro, like, the background's moving, I just like it. I do like this. I have Natsuki, because initially I was going to use Natsuki, and then I decided, let me switch to Killua. And then when Natsuki disappears, it switches over, I have Killua like look around, as if it's like, where'd she go? I think that's really cute. I didn't know what to put there, so I did that. But it says, it has a little bit of personality, and I think it's cute. The name tag comes from underneath. A little blurry, but couldn't find a better PNG. I think that's really nice. A catastrophe. Oh my god. Joni, I'm gonna have to go to work in an hour. I don't need this energy. I don't need this energy going into work. I think my only issues really are some of the background choices. This is, forgot her name. I think her name is Aoi. She's from Devil Survivor 2. Because Ash had been making me get into that stuff, and I was really into it. And there's this picture of somebody studying the anatomy of her breasts, which is just a weird thing. But, I mean, to be fair, her profile in the game does look really weird because it doesn't really anatomically work. So I guess I understand why. It's just a weird choice. I also don't like this. You would never notice, but this is a picture of somebody's car, like being an anime girl, and like the place where her vagina would be is where the gas, where you put the gas in. It's weird. Why did I use this? My humor in 2019 but otherwise, I don't think I did a usage for this. I've got I need to take a shower before. Honestly, I could just take a yeah, I could we'll see. Makoto brain ride, here we go. Honestly, like, actually, let me that previous intro. I'll probably give it a high 9, maybe a 10. I still think it's one of my best intro cards. But this one, I feel a little weird on this one. First half, I think is great. I love this little bit, which recreates the all-out attack. But I do think some of the green screen effects look a little. You can tell this is a green screen. I think it's a little rough. And I do like how I'm using the Persona 5 text. My issues are from everything else. I think it's too you know, I have the little effects here to try to make it a little more interesting. This is the transition from real world to cognitive world from P5, but it doesn't really work. I do like this. This is clever, but I don't really feel it's hard. I don't think it's as hard as it should have been. I don't know what I did wrong. It's just not as hard. It's fine. I think this is a nice intro. This is a 7. I like this story. This is one that's just very different. Didn't really have much of Fireball and Albris. I just think it's a little rough. This name, man, that's a very, very weird name. That's a reference to Evangelion, the last episode, episode 26. It's called Take Care of Yourself. Why not just call it Take Care of Yourself? Why episode 26? A very weird choice. 10. That's. I don't agree. I think. Also, I don't know what it was with me, but I had this obsession. Like, I'd gone back to Arial font for some reason. I was in my Arial phase. I started using Arial when I started using doing commentaries. Then I moved out to using more, unique fonts. And then I went back to Arial in like summer 2019. I like this. I like that. But then everything after. Why? What's with the blue tint there? I think this could have looked cool. I do like how I have the text raised in reference to the text, or the logo of P4 is raised a little. I wish I could show it, but that's a reference to that. It looks really nice, and I think aside from it looks good on her, everybody else it doesn't look good. I did try to recreate everybody's fonts. I did. Yeah, I did. I don't know. It doesn't look as good. I think the issue for me is the text. Like, the text is everywhere. I think I should have just kept the text in place for each one. Just swapped it out with different fonts. Like, I should have just kept the text here. Or maybe reversed it for each character. I also don't like how... it's Katone, but I think that was her name later. I don't think they made that official until, like, 2020. I like how Umbris is the only one here framed in shadow. It's foreshadowing. It just kind of ends. It just kind of ends. Again, why the Arial font, man?
We know that I see what they may fall. Come on, why don't we spin the wheel? See who it may call. Give in to temptation.
Maybe no. I don't think it has a right. I think it's just too much is happening. And it's kind of disappointing. But I think it has some great ideas. I like this, but Felix doesn't have a fucking all-out attack screen or a critical hit screen, so I just threw this in. Also, Felix might be gay, but we don't know if he is gay. Everybody just accuses him of being gay, but he might not be gay. He has a wife. He should be. He might be. I think he should be. Like, put him in a polyam relationship with Subaru and Cruce. Oh yeah, police brutality. I'll get to that in a moment. I like that. I like how every time Chie comes in, like little motion blur, and then name pops out. Felix getting worse. I never noticed that. This is my issue with this. I put Felix's name before the and. I don't like that. That's a little out of order. You see Felix Argyle and. I think that's weird. I did that simply because of timing. Because of the timing of how much time Felix had on screen. The name tag will only have like 3 seconds or 2 seconds. So you really don't have time to read it. So I prioritized the name. Because obviously you need to know who I'm using. But it's I like this though. I think this is cute. I got a picture of I grabbed this PNG of Katone as a police officer and thought I should do something with this. It had her chase after for no reason, and I like this. I like this. To me, especially this goes on the so I'd say it's probably cheap. Not one of my favorites. I didn't like it. I do think it's a little better now. Actually, last one. The original. I have two pictures here. The last one here was initially, because now it's Lily, to represent the video I covered first, which was Joshua Colveyhouse's Pokemon-related video. Initially, this was a picture of a friend of mine named Xander, but it was very much a broken picture. So I replaced it when I was re-editing some things up. I'm gonna go on for 10 minutes before I get changed and in the shower. I hate Walmart. This one, I'm gonna give it like a 1 second. And truth be told, it's for this particular segment because there's 2 halves of the intro. There's this half, and it's a little rough, a little boring personally. But this other half I actually made before that, and I think it's much better. It's this. I love how high it is and how cool it looks. And I also love this effect. I love this effect. Yeah, like a little teeny thing from before. My only issue is just that first half. It holds it back. That second half is like 9 out of 10. First half is honestly a 5, 4 maybe. Like if I'm generous, it's a 6, but really to me personally it's a 5, and it holds it down to like a 7, like a low 7. Could be an 8. Second half tries to piece it together, but just that second half is like kind of holding it together like glue. And I remember this was kind of my brief hiatus, so I didn't do. So I remember the hold up. Yeah, I went a full half a year with no intros because that one I made in December.
Stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me now. I'm having a good time. Don't stop me now. Having a good time. I
really like this. I fucking love the brackets. I kept using brackets because this ninja memer was making fun of slideshow commentators for using brackets and everything, so I did that as a way to troll. But I love this intro more for the just for what it represented. It was me I was depressed for much of 2019 and 2020, and this was me kind of getting out of it. I think I was really trying to do a couple fun things with it. I like motion blur running around, the Thanos in the background. I love all these little things. I think it just looks really good. We'd be here all day if I tried to explain it. My only issue is more this Umi segment. I do think that transitions are a little rough, could be a little better. This was me imitating a lot of memes I was seeing around the time. My only issue is I don't think I should have had different images. I should have stuck very closely to using one. But because it looks a little rough, you seeing all these different Umi pictures change. But I also love this. I don't know what Umi's wearing, but I wanted an angel devil motif to kind of represent Pri, and I think that's really cute. My only issue here, maybe make the text a little closer and lower it down to be down here. But that's really it. Now I'm just nitpicking, honestly. Was there any other things I didn't like?
Just give me a call.
Yeah, this is pretty good. Can I somehow get to the end of this before, I have to go to watch? Oh, this is already
like blah. Find someone but you. What you gon' do? What you gon' do? Just hands up and fight.
Now you're looking and you're seeing your every choice is fine. Not falling with the freedom. And the storyline is yours for the making. The love is taken could be what we're meant to be.
I fuck with this intro. Like, with everything, like I do think, for example, going back to this segment is so good. But I do kind of recover on it, so it's okay. I like this. This is a reference to the timing of yeah. I agree. This was a reference to Persona, because the song is from Persona Q2, as I mentioned in a moment. That was a reference to the Persona Q2 part where all the protagonist started popping up. I like that. I love the little motif of the movie footage. I just think it really works really well. I just think it's I think this was inspired by the JoJo anime. I also love the way it's at, but the fucking timing projector was like completely off, and I had to fix that manually. I was really proud of that. Otherwise, yeah, I thought this was a good intro. I think the more time I remember actually asking Luxter to make the intro for this video for me, and then I made it myself and said, okay, never mind. Because I didn't think I'd be able to make a good intro for the video. But then I remember just going, well, it'll be wrong if like my 50th video didn't have an intro made by me. So I'm happy I went with that choice.
It is a chance to get up and welcome a new day. And there's a real you, putting you and I together. Everybody is right. Time to stand up for yourself and all this dear to you. Time to be a world changer. What are you waiting for? To turn around and get into old man that's far. You can't be counted to just feel no different. Be yourself. We always
With it, me having no idea what to put here when there was such an obvious choice. In the earlier in the intro, I had all the characters kind of popping in the shadows. Why not redo that, but with just me and Edwin? Yeah, I wanted to use that cut. I like this. Honestly, I think it's fine. I just think it's a little. I think the only issue I really have in hindsight is like, the plan initially was I wanted to accuse Edwin of looking like Ash, who was my partner at the time, because Edwin had been taking Edwin took their whole aesthetic from Ash. I remember, and that was something that never sat well with me. But I didn't want to mention it because Ash didn't want to associate with the community back then, so. This was kind of me, at least acknowledging it as like in the small way I could, and I was gonna remove this from the intro for future compilations. Problem was that I lost my computer. My computer at the time broke, so I don't have the original files anymore. So I'm stuck with that. Unfortunately, that also means there are some intros that I never used that are lost. 2 intros I made on that computer that are unfortunately lost. One for my original Edwin video, which was going to be a co-op between me and Pri, which I honestly think was really good, and I could recreate that. I've been planning on doing that someday, because I still remember how it went exactly. And another one for my video on Joshua that I fucking hated that shit. And in hindsight, it would have been like a 6 Also, I'm really proud of this. Hall of Criminals right here, but I love this because we were making fun of Key by making that Neko Key character for him, and here it is with the neon translation. I'm a simp. I did that because I was on a call with Key, and Key was saying some ignorant shit, and I told him, all right, just for that, put Neko Key in the video. Alright. I don't got much. I gotta rush through this because I got 2 minutes before I plan on taking a shower. I usually get prepared for the 13th. I got one.
Futures made of natural insanity. I'm always
I really like this one. This is a good like 9. I think that shit, I don't even know what to say anymore. I will say I don't know what this means. I tried to figure out what this means because this is like a weird symbol script. I have it on my old computer, so maybe I can like open it up, figure it out. But I just really wish I knew what this meant. Like I've tried, but I can't think of it because I have a text. God, yeah. Studio needing more's video so fucking goofy, bro. I think the funniest thing was I said in this video, I argued I was not as good an artist as Neat, and I can't agree more. Even in 2022, I was a better artist than this weirdo. Yeah, I like the way I do some of this stuff. Sean Thompson. Like I've always loved the way I love this little bit, especially how we have this picture. And she pops out of it. It's cute. She pops out from behind. It's a little unfeeling moment. But otherwise, that's really it. We can move on to the next one because it's almost 3:30. My second alarm is going off now. That's my alarm just in case the first one didn't wake me up. Oh man, this one's a reference to my previous Night Side Eye intro. 2018. I forgot about this. This is so cute. I realized, what if I recreated my Night Side Eye intro from 2018? Let me see if I can pull that one up. Yep, here it is. How great. I actually didn't do it much better. I just think the effects were much better than the video. I was using some other stuff. Yeah. Like, there's really no reason to make this. I know what this is. This is kind of just me going old school. Trying to recreate my old style. That's my old shit. Honestly, it kind of deserves a 9. I wouldn't give it a 9. It kind of deserves it. I just think there's a lot of clever stuff. I do like this intro. It's a little simple, but I like it. I think this is because I wanted to do something crazy, and I thought, how about I do this? And this is really impressive. It took me like an hour to get this working, but I think it's really impressive. I'd suggest bringing back Can, but we already did that like 2 years ago. I like this. I also think I remember these bunny suit images of my OC I got purely to spite Neko Koda. That was cute. I love the little vine thud. That's really cute. And I like how he chose to like tilt it. There's no real reason. I just thought I only should use this is how the footage goes this way when you're supposed to read the text that way. I used a little bit of the FMA Brotherhood opening instead of the One Piece opening because I wanted to hint that I was going to hit Ethereon. I wanted to make it very clear I was going to cover him soon. Because I was really like, that video was like even the Efron video was like a side quest for me. I was really trying to go after Ethereon like the next month. Because like, I was really putting all my eggs in my basket on that video because I really did not like his video on me. I wanted him to know that, and I was hinting at my audience, something's coming. Fun fact is, with the little opening with the tarot card moving by, that's where scrapped opening from my old PC that died. Mid-anime opening. Joni, get out of here. Share the World is one of One Piece's best songs. Get out of here. I will say this opening is very much fun. I did this like last night. The whole video is fun. I very simple. I did try to do something a little bit weird, but it doesn't get enough, personally. We got 2 more intros left. This was pretty basic. I thought this would be funny, and I liked it. Oh man, the last couple of months of me and Key being friends. Also, I used Your from Spy X Family because Key was all like, Jordan, you can't simp to They are, but like the songs, they are, but this is one of the good ones, Joni. You don't understand. Anyways, going back to what I was saying, I was using Your because Key kept getting on to me for simping to Your because she's married and shit, and I get that, but fucking she's hot. I'm sorry. She's beautiful. I love badass women. What can I say? Ironically, Raven, you did cover the same video using the same avatar. And we're on to the last Really, I did that more to showcase the stills I got from Ellie at the time, which unfortunately I don't think I will use in the future, more because I wanted to, not only because I'm thinking of changing my avatar entirely, but because, you know, I wanted to kind of refine, use only a couple characters, or I want to go in-house, I want to make my own stills now. But, I think I did a pretty good job. I love the way this bounces up to the song. Goes in, text, the little effect. I love the background, or I actually kind of like how I did this. The intro song on the side. This. Over the top from Peak Fiction. I think I did a really good job on that. Okay, but it's fine. This last intro. I honestly think I cooked it. I think this is a 10. I don't think the last couple intros, but like this is like a high 9. This is like a low 7, high 7 maybe. This is a 8. And this is a 10. This last one's a 10 because I genuinely do think this one. I think this was inspired by like a Persona AMV. Yeah, it did. I thought about it, and I was like, what footage should I use here? And I remembered, oh yeah, there's that little spin, and that would fit perfectly for that moment. I never really used Bambietta as an avatar, and I probably wouldn't, to be honest. But I do think it's a perfect character. She's a beautiful character. I wish they didn't kill her. They turned her into a fucking zombie. How dare you, Kubo? I would rewrite. I need Kubo to go back in time and like change that. Yeah, I actually really like this. I like the little changing effect. That little bit. I don't even know how to explain that. Where like when I unsilhouette her, and then the silhouette comes at like just, you know, how do I explain that? I think that's cool. I got that from Luxter, I think. I think the second half of that weaker personally. Because the first half, the second half. But I like it. Let's not go there. Yeah, that's really it for intros. But there is one more. There is one last intro that is not in my little thing here, and it's this one. This is one I think I officially, because by this point now I actually have Sonic, and you're hearing me use Kendrick Lamar, though it's a Sonic remix. Initially I was going to use the DSI remix of Not Like Us, but then I heard the Sonic one. I said, okay, that's it.
Certified lover boy, certified pedophiles. That fuck 'em up. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
This one just kind of works.
They not like us.
This is just
They not
kind of
like
me
us.
perfecting
You
my
think the bagel let you disrespect Pop Nipple? I think that open
like
source-
I like how like already this is such me being faithful to my old stuff down to like the text being very tiny instead of like huge let's begin, it's tiny let's begin, which I was complaining about earlier, but it's fine because I'm referencing it. This opening is a reference to my old intros, how I start off with Lunatic the Game versus subject of my video, like go back to my Watch Mojo video, that's me referencing that.
certified pedophile.
I love the timing on that. Certified lover boy, certified pedophile. This type's so perfect.
Lover boy, certified pedophile.
That is somewhat in reference to the whole Sean S situation, but I don't really know what they did in that, so I'm not trying to accuse them of anything. But yeah, otherwise, you know, I go back to changing PNGs. That was a thing I used to do a lot with my old stuff.
That fuck 'em up.
I wanted to use 2 GIFs for each of these bits. I only had 1. She was not supposed to be running that fast, but she just is. And I actually think it worked.
That fuck 'em up. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a
I didn't know.
bitch? Ain't
I didn't know how
Why
to
you
spell
trolling
that.
like a
I thought it was
do my stuff? Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired?
I love
Trying to
this a
strike
little
a
bit.
chord.
Honestly, I'm
Probably
really
A
proud
minor.
of this. I want to do at least one more modern thing I do. And one thing I really like, I like having these background, like, you know, making it the space feel 3D. And so I wanted to do that.
Trying to strike a chord. And it's probably A
And it looks really
minor.
cool. Yeah, this is probably one of my better intros. I might even give it a chance.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like
I'm
us.
really-
They not like us. They not like us. You think the bagel
I got
let you
one.
disrespect Pop Nipple?
So
I
I'm-
think that open source will be
Alright, yeah, so that's really all my intros. I'm proud of all of the a lot of these. I think I got better. I think the biggest shame of me not really doing commentaries anymore is I probably will never really do commentary intros anymore. I might do one for if I ever get around to my sugar pie video, but that's really it. But I'm gonna leave it there because I gotta take a shower. I gotta get out of here. So yeah, this was nice doing. I'm gonna try to do more of these next week when I'm off work. I've been asking people to upload their intro so I can make fun of them later. So yeah.